Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I had to take care of my own stuff. As for now, I will be posting on a regular basis. So now I'm gonna be taking it a bit differently. I'll be posting a series of PPLs, that is push pull leg workouts. So I'm going to be posting it in a series like episodes, just like I have been posting, just that I'll be starting from episode 1, that is for the push, and then I'll be going to the pull and the legs. It's gonna be consisting of 3 workouts, and that's gonna be it. So let's hop on to it. So for the first exercise, we have the incline bench press, which is a compound exercise that primarily targets the upper chest. You need to adjust the bench to an incline that is 30 to 45 degrees. Lie on the bench with feet flat on the ground. Grip the barbell slightly wider than shoulder width. Keep your shoulder blades retracted and maintain a natural arch on your lower back. As for the execution, you need to position your dumbbells above your upper chest. Lower the dumbbells slowly to your upper chest around the clavicle. Press the dumbbell explosively until arms are fully extended. There are common mistakes that people generally do that you need to avoid: using too high of an incline, bouncing the dumbbell off the chest, flaring the elbows too much, and giving a very short range of motion. As for the number of reps and the number of sets, you can keep the number of sets to the minimum of 3 and the maximum of 5 sets, while the reps ranging from 6 to 12 as given below. For the second exercise, for the push, we have dips. You can perform this weighted or unweighted. As to how to perform this, you need to grab the parallel bars with a shoulder width or slightly wider grip. Lift yourself up so that your arms are locked out. Lower yourself by bending your elbows until your shoulders are below your elbows. Press yourself back up to the starting position without locking out your elbows completely. So the muscles that are worked when performing dips depends upon your position when you are performing it. While targeting chest, you need to lean more forward, which primarily targets the pectoralis major, anterior deltoids, and triceps brachii, making the anterior deltoids and triceps brachii the secondary targeted muscles. Common mistakes that you should avoid while doing dips are not going deep enough, flaring elbows too much, going too fast, using excessive weight too soon. If you are a beginner, start with body weight dips and focus on proper form. Once you can do 10 to 15 solid reps, progress to weighted dips to build strength and muscle. If your goal is muscle mass, both variation should be included in your routine. So as for the last workout in my routine for the chest is cable chest flies, which is an isolation exercise. As for the execution, start with your arms slightly bent, palms facing forward. Pull the hands inward in a controlled motion, bringing them together in front of your chest. Squeeze your chest at the peak contraction. Slowly return to the starting position while maintaining tension in your chest. Repeat for desired reps. Common mistakes that you need to avoid while doing this exercise: using too much weight, overextending the arms, bringing hands too far back, leaning too forward. So the reps and the sets that I recommended, that is also mentioned below, I would recommend a minimum of 3 sets and a maximum of 4 sets, while the reps ranging from 10 to 15. Now that we are done with our chest, we'll be moving on to the shoulders, starting with lateral raise. It is an isolation exercise that primarily targets the lateral deltoid, that is the muscle that is in the middle of your shoulder. As for how to perform the dumbbell lateral raise, you need to set up by standing with feet hip width apart. Hold a dumbbell in each hand with a neutral grip, palms facing inward. Keep a slight bend in your elbows and a straight but relaxed posture. As for the execution, you need to lift the dumbbells out to the sides, leading with your elbows until they reach shoulder height. Keep your wrists slightly lower than your elbows at the top. Pause for a second, then slowly lower the weights back to the starting position. Repeat for the desired reps. So the common mistakes that you need to avoid while doing this exercise are lifting too heavy, using momentum, raising the hands too high, shrugging the shoulders, bending the elbows too much. As for the reps and the sets recommended for this exercise that are again already mentioned below, you need to do a maximum of 4 sets and a minimum of 3 sets, ranging from 12 to 15 reps. Now for the second exercise that we have for the shoulder is Arnold dumbbell press. It is an exercise for your shoulder that targets all 3 deltoid heads while also engaging the triceps and the upper chest secondarily. As for how to perform this, you need to set it up by sitting on a bench with back support or stand with feet hip width apart. Hold a dumbbell in each hand at shoulder level with palms facing towards you. As for the execution, you need to begin by pressing the dumbbells upward while simultaneously rotating your palms outward. At the top of the movement, your palms should be facing forward and arms should be fully extended. Slowly lower the dumbbells back down, reversing the rotation so your palms face toward you again. Repeat for the desired reps. The common mistakes to avoid in this exercise are using too much weight, leaning back too much, skipping the rotation, lowering the dumbbells too fast. As for the number of reps and sets, under my recommendation are a maximum of 4 sets and a minimum of 3 sets, while the reps are ranging from 8 to 12, which is also mentioned below. So that was the last exercise for the shoulders. Now moving on to the triceps. The tricep rope push down is an isolation exercise that targets all 3 heads of the triceps brachii. As for how to perform the triceps rope push downs, you need to set it up by attaching a rope handle to the high pulley of a cable machine. Stand shoulder width apart, feet planted firmly. Grip the rope with a neutral grip, keeping your elbows close to your body. As for the execution, start with your elbows bent at about 90 degrees. Push the rope downward, fully extending your arms while spreading the rope apart at the bottom. Squeeze your triceps at the bottom for a second. Slowly return to the starting position while maintaining control. Repeat for desired reps. The common mistakes to avoid is flaring the elbows too much, using too much weight, not locking out the arms, leaning too much forward, rushing the movement. The recommended sets and reps for this exercise, as mentioned below, are a minimum of 3 sets and a maximum of 4 sets, while the reps ranging from 10 to 15 reps. And finally, last but not least, for the tricep exercise is your triceps kickbacks. The tricep kickbacks is an isolation exercise that again targets all 3 heads of the triceps brachii, helping to build definition and strength in the upper arms. As for how to perform the kickbacks, you need to set it up by holding a dumbbell in each hand with a neutral grip. Hinge forward at the hips, keeping your back straight and chest up. Bend your elbows at 90 degrees, keeping them close to your torso and locking your elbows. As for the execution, you need to extend your arms backward, straightening your elbows while keeping your upper arm stationary. Squeeze your triceps at the top of the movement. Slowly lower the dumbbells back to the starting position. And then again repeat for the desired reps. So the common mistakes to avoid while performing this exercise are swinging the arms too much, using too much weight, not fully extending the arms, rounding the back, rushing the movement. The reps and the sets recommended for this exercise are a minimum of 3 sets and a maximum of 4 sets, while the reps ranging from 10 to 15 reps. So that was it for the push workout. Now, as for the next workout, I'm going to be posting it in next week. Stay tuned for it. And of course, if you find my content informative and obviously good and enjoyable, then please don't forget to like, share and subscribe.